Oh yeah, you're live. You're live. Welcome back, everybody. We're live here on the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day to all you Americans out there, brother. Yeah, the immortal Hulk Hogan. Everybody. Everybody. And there's a lot of comments flying in here about Todd Cantwell and his comments. About his, what do you call it? His wee transfer, not his transfer request. His agent put that thing in. And there'll be plenty to talk about, don't worry, but I'm going to wait for a few people to get in the actual live chat. I'm going to go through a few of these comments on Todd Cantwell, and it shall make for an interesting wee video, to say the least. Right, boom, I'm going to put my phone over here. How's everybody doing on this Thursday evening? No, afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm going to put up for a poll about Todd Cantwell. I think we need to get rid of the guy. I think it's as simple as that. Sell Todd Cantwell, everybody. Tell you what, it's a wee bit nippy today. Wee bit nippy. Free viewers, everybody. If you want to support the channel, click join. Or send a super chat. I don't mind. There's going to be an exclusive video later on the night, I think, on the members only page. So I'll have to wait and see. 7 people, right? I'm going to get the comments up here about Todd Cantwell, because a few people can get stuck in about him. Do I agree? Yes, I would probably tend to agree with most people that get stuck in to Todd Cantwell, as we've got 2 voters voting yes to sell him. I think everyone has had enough of Todd Cantwell. Right, so I'm just going to check these comments here, which they shall be interesting. No one in the live chat yet. What's this all about? Mentos, 14 flavours. I don't know, not too sure about that. I just like the mint ones. Time to, John, Todd Cantwell, time to leave Instagram, boy. Hello, Stevie. Yes, I think he's going to leave Instagram. But see, I'd say there's more chance of him leaving Rangers than Instagram. Actually, I would probably near enough guarantee that. It's a shame. If he just kept his phone down, we might actually get somewhere. But, there's been a lot of comments saying about Cantwell, oh, please stay. Beat McGregor's records, beat his medals, etc., beat his trophy count. It's not going to happen. And Todd Cantwell coming out and saying things like that is fucking ridiculous. The guy could play till he's about 50, and he probably wouldn't match it, because what McGregor's done is unheard of, And so for Cantwell to have the audacity to, why not just say I'm here to win trophies? El Generico, right? That's what you're here to. You're here to make moments happen, to therefore win trophies. I'm here to score goals and assist goals, to get this club over the line to where it needs to be at, and that's winning trophies on the regular. No, he comes out and says ridiculous. If the dude's talking on the park, Stevie, then he would get on better. Has he turned up in an Old Firm match yet? No, I don't think he's turned up in an Old Firm match, to be honest. He just seems to get the piss ripped out of him in Old Firm games. I mean, some people will point to the 3-0 in the 2022-23 season, but, it was a dead game. I know people will argue there's no dead games in Scottish, in the Old Firm, but end of the day is, son, why can't you score and make it 3-0, etc., during the games that mattered? Like, what about the Old Firm games that mattered this season? Cantwell, where was he? Not really anywhere to be found. But according to the Scottish Sun, and I don't like using the Scottish Sun, but let's talk about it, shall we? Is that Todd Cantwell will be allowed to leave Rangers, and Saudi Arabian side Al Qadsiya are closely monitoring the situation. Well, they're also keeping tabs on Ibrox captain James Tavernier. So, James Tavernier to Saudi. Right. No lie. I think Todd Cantwell would be a pretty well. The sell would be good. One, I've had enough of his antics. Right. Two, he's young enough. He's English. He's an attacking player. I genuinely think you could get a lot of money for him going to Saudi Arabia, and it's not because I rate the guy. Just Saudi Arabia, I mean, they'll pay buckets of money, man. The guy's transfer value is $8.5 million on transfer market. You know, you could ask for the Saudis could give us 400 million for Cantwell if they really wanted to, but obviously, you know, they're not going to do that. I thought when he signed, he was going to be in there creating lots of stuff and scoring a few goals. Just hasn't happened. Yeah, it's too on and off, isn't it? It's not. There's nowhere near the consistency. Like I think just before Christmas, or was it after Christmas? You know, he got that goal against Motherwell and we won 2-0, and he was in a really good run of form. And then he got injured, and it's you know if you're going to pick up these wee niggles, your character's going to be determined by how good you are at returning from them. And he simply just didn't return anywhere near good enough. You know, doing nothing. Can't win, must stay. Chief badge kisser. Yeah, there's a few of those comments floating about big Todd Cantwell, but I mean, I don't even know, right? Al Quashaya, I don't even know if they're in the top. I'm going to assume they're in the top Saudi league, but they're keeping tabs on James Tavernier as well. Yes, brilliant. So their owner is Aramco. Aramco's in a lot of things. Arena is the Prince Saud bin Jalali Stadium. Capacity of only 20,000. So, yeah. Nacho Fernandez, you know, multiple Champions League winners joined them. Is he going to be teaming up with Todd Cantwell? Is that how that's going to go down? I think he is a Celtic fan. As for Mclean, I wouldn't want him. As to me, he's nothing special. Nope, I don't think he's anything special. You know, I just don't get it, right? How can there be people that I'm not saying Yanis Hagi, right, is going to as I'll get to Magic Robot Man's comment in a minute. I don't think Yanis Hagi, right, has been particularly great the last couple of years. Big injury, right? I get that. But I would much rather go with Yanis Hagi in the 10 position and not bring in Mclean for a midfield role or keep Cantwell or keep Lawrence. You know, a lot of talk surrounding us getting rid of players. There seems to be a lot more about Hagi leaving than like a Cantwell recently, than a Lawrence and a Scott Wright. And I don't get it. Yanis Hagi, all right, didn't have the greatest spell with Deportivo, right? But I thought anytime I watched him in the Euros, I thought he was all right. I thought he was one of the few. I thought he was one of the few Romanians that played all right against Holland. I watched the game in spurts. I mean, I was half pissed watching the game. Right, he got his head busted open. I looked up. He had a hairnet on. Does that make him 10% better? I don't know, but I thought Hagi was one of the better Romanian players in the tournament, and you know he actually earned his way into the starting 11. And you know, you look at the state of our team. Hagi can play on the right. He can play down the middle. The number 10. Hell, I think Hagi is a false 9. Could be better than some fucking options I've had in recent years. Yet the Nacho Noble fight is off. I'm kind of glad it's off. Kaz, Milligan, Fudd. I mean, I don't know why they thought they would sell the Hydro. This chap makes me laugh. I actually quite like this guy. Talks a lot of sense. There we go. I talk a lot of sense. I would keep Hagi and see him as a decent player, but massive concerns about the standard of our players close to. Yes, Humsa Hagamani, however the hell you pronounce his name. I'm scared about him. I can't. I mean, spending $2 million on a guy that's no really done it in any meaningful league. I mean, it's like the Moroccan league, and he's like, you know, it's as if he's almost played barely any professional football. But here, they must have seen something in this guy to actually pay near $2 million. I know it's not official yet. Big Stevie boy happening. Any truth in the Cantwell link? Well, I mean, it's the Scottish Sun is saying it, so look at but here. definitely, there's definitely truth in all these links of Cantwell out. I mean, that was a real DM for Jose Enrique. But yeah, in terms of what's happening with Big Stevie, I was in Dublin yesterday. Absolute shithole. Absolute shithole. 100%. Yeah, I know. I could probably agree with something I said earlier, but yeah, Dublin. First time, first time ever being in Dublin, and I don't think I'll be back. Don't think I'll be back. This window is starting to look a little bit dodgy again. Hope I'm wrong, but none of these signings fill you anticipate. No, here I thought like a couple of weeks ago it was looking good. You're linked with a lot of people, and they just kind of all fell fucking through, didn't they? And anyone who was worth a damn fell through. As long as Scott Wright and Kieran Dowell go get to Belfast. Here, I'm in Belfast right now, big man. Have you managed to do a deal with Ben Burke Juniors for home games yet? Yeah, what's happening with the stadium, man? I don't even want to talk about the stadium, but we kind of have to talk about the stadium. Yeah, see the whole the tolls in Dublin. I mean, fucking dishing it. Euro here, euro there. Waste of fucking money. But yeah, apparently what Hampden and Murrayfield's no happening. Livingston's been rejected as well or something. Do live one of the Rangers bars at the weekend. Get the tunes blasting. Fucking may have to because there'll be no Ibrox to go to. The German boy looked a decent player and is yeah, I don't understand what's happening there with him because maybe he just wants to stay in Germany and it's as simple as that. Because I do not actually grasp it. Obviously, we made that video earlier today about Jose Enrique offering two players, and Todd Cantwell was one of them. He sent the wrong thing to the wrong Instagram account, right? Yeah, I can't even be arsed talking about Yusuf Kabadei, but Kenny Mclean, those talks have stalled apparently. So yeah, not exactly ideal. It would be great if we could get a real marquee sign that gets us all excited, but these signings that are all just mediocre make you go, yeah, they're. I know. Where is like the £6 million, the £8 million? Like when you look at last summer, like when you're signing Dessers and Danilo, I know they've turned out pish, right? But you're signing these players, these strikers, for a decent amount of money, and it makes you, obviously there's a lot of talk, a lot of talk, a lot of time to go, but it doesn't really fill you with much hope. But where is the marquee signing, man? You know what I mean? There's a lot, like even like last summer though, there was a lot of Butland's a marquee signing on a free. That's a really good signing on a free, But this summer it's kind of dying down. Usual agent talk pish. Bad publicity is good publicity. Exactly. That's it. Any heat is good heat, unless it's too warm. So a move for Hazma Igamani to Rangers has edged closer after the 21-year-old striker bid an emotional farewell to his current club, Far Rabat in Morocco. I mean, Far Rabat. It's not looking good in terms of that. I mean, what is that going on there? Rangers target Osama Targihilo. Looks like he could sign a new deal. Now, according to the Scotsman, the Rangers remain in talks with both Hampden and Murrayfield as they seek a venue to play home games in the first weeks and possible months of the campaign. Yeah, I mean, I've heard rumours of January. I just don't see how January would be. How the fuck would that work, by the way? Yeah, Scott Wright needs to go. We will follow on. Wish we could get something about Tav. Here he's off, but it's all silent. It is very silent. I agree with that with the YouTube compilations. It can make anyone look like a world beater. I'm not saying Scott Wright's the man and he needs to go, but there is times when Scott Wright comes on and he'll flick the ball past like the fullback and run onto it and beat them. Like, it's the guy's final fucking product that's awful. He can go on decent runs, and then the end of it, he just loses it. It's like there's no fucking end product. Scott Wright's just horrendous, and now I see him in a Rangers shirt again. It's like Scott Wright's like anybody who's got a bit of pace to him. You don't need to be a footballer, by the way, to have pace. But he's not. He doesn't. It's not like he's got lightning pace. He's got decent pace. The material for Ibrox is due into the UK end of August, and there's a 6-week build programme when it arrives. The problem was the design of the steel. Well, 1976. I heard the end of July. Yeah, but let's just say end of July, right? 6 weeks takes you up until the start of August. September, and then that is before you start building it and shit. I mean, that's a. I mean, I don't even want to think about when it'll be ready. You know, and it's all right me saying a timeline or us saying a timeline. The fact that Rangers are not saying a timeline tells you they don't have a fucking Scooby snack. You see if Rangers thought this would be done by like mid-August or the start of September, I think they would have said something. I think the more, you can hear the silence. Actions speak louder than words, and there's no action, there's no words, there's nothing going on. It's shite. And I'm beginning to think like the final third of the year is looking like a real possibility with October, November, and December. And it would be bad enough if this dragged into October. Imagine November and December. Immense. Tav, Goldson, Wright, Dial, potentially Cantwell, good money hopefully there. I mean, if you were at it all up, I mean, I think you could probably get about what. It depends what clubs are coming in. I mean, I think if you're getting Saudi clubs in for like Cantwell, Tab, and Goldson, I mean, forget about Wright and Dial. I don't think any Saudi club's going to want them. But it depends. If you get rich Saudi clubs, I think for like those 5, you could get about 20 million. But that's being optimistic. I don't think you're going to get 20 million all in for those 5s. For those 5, right, I would sell Cantwell and get O'Hara on a free from Coventry. Guy is miles better than Cantwell. Yeah, we were linked to him. He's on a free. And what are we waiting on? Just sitting here doing nothing. How can they build a new training complex at Barrowfield with steel, but we can't organise delivery before August? Because we are a fucking mess, Ali. Takes a good chunk off the wage bill too, absolutely. An absolute toss pot. Never trust a footballer on TikTok. Yeah, I agree. See if Todd Cantwell was performing like Messi and we were winning trebles and he wanted to post on TikTok, that's fine. That go ahead. Rip the piss out of people with your skills. The guy is shite. They'll throw him from a tall building in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, they could very well do that. If he starts whipping it. Well, he starts whipping at anything, they'll throw him off a building, but if he starts whipping at these bloody TikToks, I mean, calling fans weapons and all. See the people that are actually defending Cantwell in that situation. It's embarrassing. It's not like the fans have told Cantwell to go kill himself or something. And if they say that, then yes, I think he's definitely within his rights to fucking defend himself. But it's like all the guy said, focus on the pitch. Less this Instagram. This is on the pitch. All these highlights were on the pitch. You're talking fucking shite. I think there is like a false narrative where players can't speak back to fans. No, I think it's got to be the context. It's like Barisic, right? Outside Ibrox, we've no real idea what the guy said to Barisic, so that's why I did not judge the fan or Barisic because you've no real idea. But with this Cantwell one, I mean, it's there in fucking Times New Roman or whatever font it was. It's embarrassing. Yeah, the guy is a fud. He makes silly little videos. One of him posing topless while singing All the Cool Kids. I haven't seen that one. Someone get my box of Kleenex tissues. He's a bit weird, Todd Cantwell, isn't he? He's a weird bastard. Extremely weird. Not going to lie, I would rather have Tristan Tate on the wing than Scott Wright. Yeah, so would I, because at least he would give you like motivational pep talks. What's Scott Wright offers nothing. And people need to realise this. Scott Wright is. I'm just sick of it, man. You know, half the time I don't even blame him. You know, he's shite, but it's like Ralston at the Euros, right? There's just players who get flung in out of their depth, and it's you've got to look at the manager. And I know a lot of people will say, "Well, who else was there than Scott Wright?" We were hit with injuries. I do get that, but you can change the team. You know, you're not forced to play these players. Like, how many of us have cried out for youth? You know, if a youth player comes on or starts and plays the exact same level as Scott Wright, you would be more forgiving. And, it's fresh, it's something new. You know exactly what Scott Wright's going to give you. And you know what that is? It rhymes with right, it's shite. That's exactly what he's going to give you. You'd rather youth be given a chance in that. And it's the same at the Euros. That's why I'd rather Max Johnson, because, it's an unknown. But anyway, enough talking about that mini bar thief. I'd have Catherine Tate rather than Scott Wright. I'd have any sort of Tate. Todd Cantwell is the male Vicky Pollard. All he does is greet. Is that character from Emmerdale, or have I completely got that wrong? He scored that goal from 30 yards out from that cross, then kissed the badge. That was in defiance of Clement Dropman for the old firm. He'll be out the door without question now. Yeah, I mean, it was a fucking cross, man. He's trying to pretend he meant it. And even if he did mean it, so what? It was a fucking game against Dundee, wasn't it? Was it Dundee? Hacking the big man. No, yeah, the club should have told him to wind his neck in. As I said, I think there is a time. I think it can depend on what the fans are saying. But if the fan is just simply saying, "Yo, less of this social media stuff. You need to perform on the pitch," which is what he said, it's out of order for Cantwell. And some people are like, you wouldn't say that if it was Butland or Stirling. At least Butland and Stirling would have a fucking case of why are you having a go at them. Why are you having a go at them? Now, I wouldn't like it per se if Stirling or Butland uploaded highlights of games that we get beaten, but at least I could turn around and say, well, you know what? Out of the 20 odd shiftless bastards that this team employs that season, those two can hold their head up, even if they did post that pish Instagram reel, but not with Todd Cantwell. Little Britain. All right, there we go. All right, fair enough. I got it wrong. I got it wrong. I got it fucking wrong, everybody. Leeds United club captain Liam Cooper set to leave Ellen Road. That screams Rangers signing to me. There is no link, but wait, what? A pre-season friendly between Broxburn and Athletic and Edinburgh City was abandoned due to crowd trouble. Edinburgh City Ultras? Edinburgh City have fucking Ultras? What? What is going on? What is fucking going on there? I completely forgot. That general election was today, everybody. Oh, David, you're posting a lot of comments in here. He's got TikTok brain. It's scientifically proven that 15 to 30-second videos slash our attention span like no other form of media. I agree. I mean, it's very bad. I'm not going to say I don't use TikTok, right? But there is people out there that, it's like they're just walking down the street doing that. Like if I'm on it and there's a funny meme, I'll save it. You know, if there's like a Sopranos clip, a Breaking Bad clip, Sons of Anarchy clip, you know, like I'll enjoy that. But you know, see the ones to do with football, see unless it's like memes of like what the pundits are saying, they're awful. You know, it's fucking. There's some cringy ass shit from across the board. I think mobile phones should be banned in schools in Scotland. Yeah, I can see why you think that. Um, it's a disgrace. I'm glad the generation of millennials that avoid this social contagion. Absolutely. I mean, I never took a phone to school. And well, I have left school a long time ago now. I mean, it doesn't seem that long ago, but it is. But you know, everybody's just glued to their phone. Everyone's ignorant bastards these days. There's just there's no form of talking. And no, everybody. What about Duke from Aberdeen? Desser's replacement, not our first striker though. I wouldn't mind Duke. Billy, stop the boats and ban ISLAM. Let's protect myself from YouTube with that one. Who are we voting for today, everybody? In the polls. Has everybody been away and voted with a wee poll card? A wee bit of ID, even though some people don't actually need to bring ID. But anyway, I have a real weird feeling that Tav will be in our starting right back until 40. I mean, I don't think until 40, but maybe that's the plan. Keep him until Celtic do 10 in a row, because some people would fucking want that. There's actually people in the fan base that, fuck, I don't get it. Do they have a fetish for just finishing second to Celtic? Because it fucking, I mean, see, seeing us second in the league table or losing cups, man, it actually pisses me off. I don't know, that may sound surreal to some fucking happy clappers, but that's the way it should be. You should be pissed off. Plus some B team players, hopefully getting promoted to the first team. Yes, get that done. Absolutely. Absolutely. 24 people watching here. 4th of July, Independence Day for the Yanks. What you gonna do, brother, when the immortal Hulk Hogan runs wild on you, brother. The immortal Hulk Hogan. I am talking pish about Hulk Hogan. Which is the Hulkster these days, 70 odds. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, brother. Brother. Plus B, some beat. I've already read that. Tav's good as gone, hopefully. Is he though? I mean, as much as we all want him to be, I'm not overly convinced that James Tavernier is going to go. Duke's pish, no way he's going to Ibrox. Yeah, I don't think it'll happen because they've got that 50% thing in that goes to Benfica, which means they would fucking rob us blind. And no. Billy says, vote reform. We have won. Vote for reform. Yeah, Labour's going to win. Like, it's funny, Labour's. It's just a fucking mess. The whole election thing is a mess. But reform. Reform. All right, fair enough. James Tavernier. He's absolute pish. James Tavernier. Stephen Flynn. Tomorrow, put Scotland's interests first. That wee baldy diddy, man. See, the next time I see Rishi Sunak post on Twitter about Labour are going to tax working families by 2,094 quid, is that the only fucking patter that guy's got? Fucking shite. Who you want to win the Euro Games tomorrow? I hope let me have a wee look at the Euro Games tomorrow. That reminds me, I need to pick my fantasy team. My chances of winning the £100 jackpot on Fog Football. Saudi Arabia, apparently. All right. Whoa. Sign in with Facebook. Did I sign in with Facebook? I can't remember. I got 78 points in the round of 16. I tell you what, that's no bad. That's no bad whatsoever. Di Lorenzo, you are eliminated. And Kevin De Bruyne, you're eliminated. So they're the players that are eliminated from my squad. Somebody actually wants Todd Cantwell. Everything Ibrox. I was in London the other week and I did not see one British person. All the streets were filled with people who aren't from Britain. Not one person spoke a word of English. Well, I was in Dublin yesterday, and I would say, well, I mean, obviously, I was pretty much the exact same thing, apart from it's Irish, no British, but yeah. Dublin, I mean, there was people raking through bins, opening bin bags in the street, asking people for euros for junk, all that, man. Dublin, I was like, what is going on? What I was at, I don't know, I mean, most people in this chat might have been to Dublin, I don't know, but I was at the Free Arena beside the Gibson Hotel. That bit was all right. Jumped my tram, get off in the Red Square Central bit on the tram map, Jarvis or something. You walk across, you go to that, like, where the Temple Bar is, around about there, and I was like, what is going on here? Just litter everywhere. Now, I'm not saying there's not litter everywhere in other places, but I've never seen so many bin hookers in one place. You know, I've never seen it. Never. It was like one in every two people were raking through the fucking bins. I was like, well, what is this? Sturgeon enjoys the French fancy. Watch out for the flying iron of doom tonight in the Balmoral Hotel, everybody. Yeah, right. So let me give my wee Euro predictions here as I've went on a wee Dublin run. Right, Spain against Germany. I'm going Spain. Portugal against France. Two teams playing absolute mince football, it has to be said. I'm going to have to go with France. You know, if Portugal have any sense, they would drop Ronaldo. I love Ronaldo, right? You know, I say I love him. I mean, that's a wee bit an over exaggeration. I appreciate everything he's done, right? I'm not going to say the guy's pish because Messi won a World Cup and he didn't, but you know, I think he's a good option to have. Absolutely, still a good player. But Jesus Christ, the guy shouldn't be doing 120 minutes at the age of 40. Neither should Pepe. I mean, they were hanging on there for dear life in that game. So yeah, I'm going to go France. England, Switzerland. I'm going to go with Switzerland to win. And just due to the fact England are awful. They've played some of the worst football in the 4 games. They don't score goals. I mean, yeah, they don't really concede either. There's talk of changing formation to a back 5. I'm not saying I'd be shocked if Switzerland didn't win, but my money's going on Switzerland. Absolutely. Right, get rid of De Bruyne. Di Lorenzo. I'm getting rid of you, big son. You're saying Germany will go through. I'll give the other couple of games here in a wee freaking minute. Nathan right. How much money have I got? 15 million. I'm going to drop Ronaldo from my team because you know what? Fabian Ruiz is actually a really good addition to have. Right. Let's see here. Netherlands. So let me just pick my Cody Gakpo. Yeah, I'm actually going to pick Cody Gakpo because they're playing Turkey, and then I'm going to put Van Dijk in there. Who's been getting a lot of? Who's in the midfield? Not you, Dumfries. You're not in the midfield, son. Does Dumfries starters at Frimpong? Fuck it, I'll start Dumfries. My team is just completely turned into 0-3. What the fuck does that mean? Does anyone actually think England can win? Well, of course England can win, right? But I just don't think. I think they won't win. I don't think they will win. That much so, I'm actually going to pick a Swiss player. Let me get clear and then Switzerland. Boom. Who's picked up Fargas? I'm picking Granit Xhaka. Wait a minute. Actually, wait. Ooh, got rid of Dumfries. Recover. We've got 5.6 million left though. Got 5.6 million. Who did I spend it on? Doesn't matter, we got 5.6 million. That's what we're going to do. Confirm it. Boom. There we go. I mean, I am back in Spain big time. I'm back in Holland big time. I'm actually, what position am I in the league? 41st? That's no bad. How many points am I off? Wait, hold on. How's the guy in top spot got 306 points? How many have I got? I am 79 off. I mean, it's doable, like, but I need to start fucking catching up. Who'd he have in his team? Musiala as his captain. That's a bastard right there. And he had Diogo Costa in nets. Jesus Christ almighty. Who is this guy? Thiago Figueiredo. He's on course to win £100. Who's fucking texting me? What is it? Aye, dead on. Know your role. Right. No, never. Caden. Ralston Stevie. What about Ralston? What about that shite? Bastard. Anyway, guys, that was where I think I am going to. Well, you're going to watch Brendan's interview. Well, you can go watch it now because I am ending this stream here. I will be back on Fog Football, I would say, about 3:30 to cover everybody in Scottish football, not just Rangers, and I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, it's been a fun stream today. Have a good day yourself. Be back later on, 3:30. Be there, be square. Till next time, peace.